Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Pisces. This reading is all about the person most on your mind. I say all about. It's the first time I say that. It's for the person most on your mind, but it is about the person most on your mind, Pisces. Okay, I'm getting technical. Let's see what we have going on here. These cards didn't want to lift out. The Holy King, the King of Wands, the Standing Stone, the Ace of Wands. All right, so this is the Greenwich Tarot by Ann Moura. That's what I'm using. And the Holy King is the Hermit, so wisdom, solitude, time alone. The King of Wands is that sense of being in control, taking charge. Now, I'm not doing reversals, but I make room for the ego. Here we have Justice, the 11, which is the Standing Stone. So it's karmic. It is karmic justice that we take the position of the Hermit, who then becomes, well, not just becomes, but the Hermit is the man who takes charge. He is alone. Maybe he is lonely. It is the King of Wands, so dealing with fire signs, maybe Pisces, or it is that you may have fire in your chart, or it may be that you are feeling alone and you are taking control, or the person most on your mind, Pisces, is a fire sign who is taking control. Then we have the Ace of Wands, so this is a sense of beginning, starting afresh, going alone or going it alone, deciding to move on alone. Wanting a new beginning, being very creative, because that is what the King of Wands is that passion, waking up that passion for what you want. Having a conversation with someone, starting afresh, wanting to reach out and speak, starting off with taking time alone, but then having to come forward and speak. Pisces, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Most of all, for showing up. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me, keeping me safe. Again, I'm using the Green Witches Oracle, which is for the energy between you and the person most on your mind. And the deck is split. Here we have the High Priestess with the Knight of Cups. High Priestess here is really focused on what they want. Now, that could be masculine or feminine, but of course it is a feminine energy representing the moon. So it could be you, Pisces. Could be Scorpio, could be Cancer. Feeling that gentleness coming from our Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups could also be a Pisces, a Cancer, a Scorpio. But there's a gentleness between these two. Seeing that we're focused on what it is that we want, really going for what we love. Connecting with that Ace of Wands, maybe. And that King of Wands, being very creative, very innovative, wanting to start anew, thinking about the person most on your mind, maybe wanting to come out of solitude and make an offer, having a conversation, wanting to start up a conversation, really focused on having a new beginning. Just do one more shuffle. I'm also using the Lover's Oracle for the thoughts of the person most on your mind. will cut. It is a 9-card spread. Choose the cards at random. Here, this is the situation between you and the person most on your mind. This is the second card, so this is all about you, Pisces, and how you're dealing with that situation. This is how they are. The fourth card is Spirit's advice on how to deal with the situation. Fifth card is how you take that advice, what you do, and how they take that advice, or what they do. For some reason, my mind just went back to when I went down to the Caribbean. I was doing my reads in the evening, and it was without any distraction. Here I have cars, I have rain. I'm sorry, Pisces. This is the 7th card, is the final outcome, but it's not written in stone. It's liable to change, and here you are dealing with that outcome. And the 9th card is how the person most on your mind is dealing with it. I was down in the Caribbean for a week. It was hot. It was really hot. And in the evenings, I did my readings. Just reminiscing with you, Pisces. Okay. I think that is the person most on your mind. Reminiscing, wanting to speak with you, or maybe waiting for a conversation. What you have between you is the King of Cups. Interesting. So very committed. Yes, they are reminiscing about you, because the energy is here. My mind just shifted back to an evening of solitude, an evening of just me and my cards, and here I am mingling with the energy, and it comes into that dedication, that commitment. Spirit has an interesting way of working through us, all of us. And there you are, Queen of Cups. You are committed. You are following your intuition. High Priestess comes into the Queen of Cups, where she's very intuitive. I must be mingling in your energy, Pisces, and their energy. Feels very, very docile, very calm. Here we have the Tower moment. So they're going through some drastic change. They're going through that change. Maybe they are the ones with first read, the Hermit, being alone, keeping to themselves, thinking about how to reach you, how to approach you, how to talk to you, what to say. Having the Tower moment, knowing that there is a change coming. Having that commitment, feeling committed, wanting to be committed, wanting to step into that relationship or not. I mean, only you will know. There's a change coming. Spirit's advice here is the Page of Pentacles. Being focused, to maintain the focus and follow what you really want to do. Make the first steps, having that innovation to make the first step. Again, back to the King of Pentacles, the King of Wands. Being able to muster up that energy, that passion for what you want, and making the steps to do it. To take action, because that's what he does. He puts forward the steps, the first steps. Spirit is saying to take that action, make that first step. Here we see the Six of Wands. So this is our victory card. Again, we did see a bit of ego coming through with the King of Wands there. But you're looking for recognition. Maybe you want the attention. You're waiting for them to come to you. If it is that they are committed, you want them to come to you. They're going through certain change in order to come to you. Ah, there we go. We have the Knight of Swords, so they will come and speak to you. And you're waiting for them, because that's what she's doing. She's waiting patiently. Waiting for them to make that first step. They will come. They want to speak. They're making changes so that they can come to speak. Here we see the Page of Wands. So back to the King of Wands. We're going through to the Page. Again, it is a proposal. It is an offer. It is putting that passionate step forward, having that conversation with our Ace of Wands. Well, I can't get the silence in the day, and I can't get the silence at night. We keep trying, though. We keep trying. The Lord of Shadows. Now, Death card. So they have the Tower, and you have the Death card. So there's an evolution. That attention that you may be seeking is going to come in the form of a proposal, and you will change something about you, because they are going through a Tower moment. They are changing, and their attitude is changing. And what they're going to speak to you about and make an offer is going to help change your life. It's a life-changing event. Oh, look, they have the Wheel of Fortune. Here we call it the Wheel of the Year. Things are turning in their favor. Things are turning in their favor. They want to share news with you about the changes that they are making. Let's see what's at the bottom. Deck splits on the 14. So there's healing. There's that patience. They're waiting. Everybody's waiting. You're waiting patiently. They're waiting patiently. Maybe something is changing. They're waiting for the results to come. Life is changing for both of you. You are going to go through a certain change. Whatever news they're bringing you, or maybe they're getting news. They're receiving news, and they want to share that with you. I want to make an offer, but this is all about creativity. This is what I want to do. I want you to work with me. I want you to do things with me. Spirit is saying that you need to work together and work through whatever it is. It's bringing in change. We have 5 of Wands. So it's deliberation. Maybe someone is on the fence, not sure. Here you have the 6 of Wands. Maybe you come in from the 5, not sure if you want to say anything. You have that Queen of Cups waiting patiently, waiting for the truth to come. Here someone needs to speak the truth. We see there's a healing happening here with our 14. Let's leave this deck here, because the deck split. Spirit wants us to see this card. So we have the 5 of Wands. So it's a mental dilemma, or it's a battle in the form of opinion. You have yours, they have theirs. You want to share, they want to share. You want to be recognized, probably for certain work that you've been doing. You're very passionate about what you want, as they are. Because they're making changes, and they're speaking about it. They're taking action. Spirit is saying to take that action. Very committed. Some of you could be for selfish reasons, and some of you it could be for very passionate, loving, devoted reasons. I have to see it both sides. But there is deliberation here, and speaking the truth, having that happiness come forward. King of Pentacles says that there is money involved, that there is work involved. There's a building up of a new commitment. We have the King of Wands, King of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. So very supportive. Could be the teamwork. Could be the people around you or the people around them are very supportive, because we have the King of Cups, who's very devoted. We have the King of Pentacles, who's able to back financially, and the King of Wands, who's very creative in bringing the plans into fruition, connecting the dots, bringing people to work together. Here we have the Ten of Cups. All of this dedication is to bring in that fulfillment of happiness, because we want to be happy. We're talking about how we're going to get to that point of happiness. We're deciding on what to do. It could be work projects. It could be, do we get into this relationship and take it to a higher level? We're at the beginning. No matter what you decide, Pisces, it is either you're starting over or you're starting anew. Now the healing going on over here. News of healing, news of an operation, news of medical surveillance that's been going on, the news, the results of medical follow-up. Could be that there was an operation that somebody went through, and they're coming out with the news as the success of the work, the treatment that they've been through. Life is changing for you as much as it is changing for them. Justice is served. Again, it is a karmic connection. There is indecision. There is waiting for the right moment. Because of the change that has come forward or is coming, your life is going to change because there's an offer. Here we have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, happiness with the King of Pentacles, that dilemma, waiting for justice to come in. It's going to happen because the happiness comes after the justice comes in. And then we'll start with the Ace of Cups, because here we see, here we see the Six of Cups together here. It's overcoming disappointment from the past. Again, it's a second chance. Someone is changing their behavior. Someone is changing their mind, their attitude. Someone is changing. Healing from addictions. Could be that they drink a lot. Again, this could be related to that Capricorn read, where because we see the disappointment here, we see the karmic justice, we see the I want to be on my own, the separation of the King and the Queen, the Ten of Cups turning to the Justice card, seeing that happiness between us is over, or it has been over, or we want to start afresh. We want to wait for the right moment to come in, and I need to speak. They need to speak to you. They want to talk about the healing process that they're going through. Wheel of Fortune. Tables are turning in their favor. Maybe they're feeling lucky. Maybe they're thinking that they got through something by sheer luck. And they want to have a new beginning because they are devoted to them. They want to start again. Spirit is saying to start anew because this is the beginnings. These two pages bring in that. And because you are counterpart here representing the Queen of Cups, you are a match because they're making change. They're making changes come. Let's see what the energy is between you, because it is a form of healing. Again, for some it's alcoholism, for others it is just the attitude, their thought process. They weren't paying attention to you. Now they're realizing that they have to, or that they're realizing why you are, or that you were either separated or gone away. Now you're coming back, or you're waiting to come back. They're starting to understand why, because they're making certain change and they're speaking about it. What's the energy between Pisces and the person most on their mind. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy between Pisces and the person most on their mind? Oh, roots. Yes, you are very connected. The love runs deep between you. The love runs deep. Healthy. Healthy patterns. Early growth. Again, it's beginnings. Running deep, those roots is deep connection. You're together. You've been together for a while. Maybe you've had lifetimes come to you. Let's see the roots. Where are the roots? Okay, I'm not seeing the roots. I see rain. $99. Okay. They don't put it in alphabetical order, this book. Alright. I'm used to structure is why. Okay, so the roots. Here we see roots create a foundation, giving a plant stability and strength. So that energy between you, again, that is devotion. You're on the same length, you're on the same wavelength here. Twining deep throughout the soil, they are both anchors and explorers, seeking water and nutrients to feed the plant. Roots expand and divide, creating beautiful natural patterns. The roots card reminds you to make sure your project has good roots. Don't race through this early stage of creation. If you ensure a healthy foundation in the early stages, your project will have a better chance of success. Like a strong root system that will support and nourish a plant, it's important to establish routines and healthy patterns you can rely on when life gets... Sorry, I'll read that again. It's important to establish routines and healthy patterns you can rely on when life gets chaotic. A reliable foundation will bring you confidence and reduce pressure in times of stress. There we go. The person most on your mind is seeing the connection between you. They're realizing that you're in it for the long haul. But you want that recognition. You want to see the success of this relationship. You're feeling victorious too because they are changing. They are changing because of whatever it is that you may have done with them to help them. If it is that you have done that, maybe you projecting your opinion more, speaking up more, speaking out more, you're encouraging them to turn and do the same. They may feel lucky to have you. They may say so. See, the deck just split again. See, for the Queen of Wands, there it is. So you're a match. Queen of Cups, King of Cups. And then we see the Queen of Wands. We had the King of Wands earlier. Pisces, you've done quite a bit. And you've given this person most on your mind a chance to start again. Do you need to go back to the foundations of something to examine them and perhaps reinforce them? That is probably what they are doing. That energy of dealing with the darkness, the shadow side, what their issues are. Maybe they do have a drinking problem. And they come to realize that they have to make certain changes. That deliberation could be on their side as to what they want to say. Spirit is saying to focus focus on what you really want and make the steps. Let's see what that is. A healing. Difficulty is in picking themselves up, but that's where you are victorious in helping them do so. You are looking for the recognition that you are helping them, making them come to you, come and speak to you, to be accountable to you. See what the thoughts are of the person most on your mind. See, we have heart fog, so mixed signals, blocked emotions, feeling messed up. That's probably what they've been going through. That's why they have the tower there. Maybe you have pulled away from them. Maybe you're expecting them. You're raising the bar here. You want to see success. You want to see that change. Fantasy, daydreaming, imagining. So they're fantasizing about the relationship with you, and they probably want to come and talk to you about it. They have a dream. They're thinking that it's over for some. Farewells, leaving behind, having that closure. You are changing, Maybe you gave them an ultimatum. Family, they're wanting to create that sense of family with you. Pregnancy, parenthood. Your life is changing. Maybe you becoming a mother for some. Maybe your success is in having that family come, having a child. They're thinking they want to have a child with you. See what's at the bottom of the deck. There's chemistry, attraction, passion. Again, creating that sense of family with the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, King of Cups, Queen of Cups. You want to get together, they want to get together. They're feeling that chemistry. They want to come forward. If it is that you've given them some news about being pregnant, in some cases, your life is changing. In a lot of decks, when this card comes up with our Queen, it could be motherhood for real, for some of you. Maybe you've broken that news to them, and now they're seeing that they need to make certain changes. And they want to step forward and claim the parenting. They believe that there is chemistry between you. Pisces, take it as it resonates. On that note, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, love and light.